guys, so today I have my weekly book haul thing, so yeah. The first book, I think I already told you guys about this last week. I got Iron Crown by Rochelle Mead. I had to order it from Borders because they didn't have it in stores, so it came Friday, and I've been reading it, but I'm only like 7 chapters in, so really nothing much has happened. But yeah, I love this cover. I think it's pretty. This is also like the first adult book I've read in seriously, I think about 6 months. I did not realize that it had been like that I'd been reading all YA for that long. It's just, it's insane to me. I love adult books. I mean, I love YA books too. I really do love them, but I like my adult paranormal romance books also, so yeah. And then also not this week, last week, because today's Sunday, yeah, last week River Marked by Patricia Briggs came out, which is another adult book from one of my favorite series. I actually forgot that it came out, and I was like kicking myself because Megan the Book Addict, I think she had it in her latest haul, and I was like sitting there thinking, how does she have that book? It's not even out yet. And then I checked, and it came out like 2 days before that, and I was like, oh yeah, so I have to get that soon, because usually when a book comes out and it's part of my favorite one of my favorite series, I'll usually go out and get it like the day that it comes out, but I haven't been doing that, so I need to do it. Even if I don't read it right away, I need it. I do. The next book that I got was from Paperback Swap. I got Bitten by Kelly Armstrong. Oh my goodness. I kept saying, like, I got Bitten by Kelly Armstrong, and I was cracking up laughing every time I tried to make this video earlier. Anyways, yes, Bitten by Kelly Armstrong. I already have this book, actually, just different covers. I got it because the new covers came out, and I liked some of them, but I didn't like some of them. Like, they're different. They're very mismatched. If you go on her website and look, you'll see they're very, very mismatched. Anyways, it's the first book in the series, and it's the new cover, so I wanted it, and also because this is my favorite book in the series, I wanted the new cover of it. I'm really glad that I got it, because this is actually a really good quality book. Like, it's a lot better quality than the old ones, which I'm really happy about. It's really nice. Anyways, like I said, the covers are very mismatched. I don't know why, but the first two, I think, are published by Plume. Like, these are both the same, the first book in the series, but they're published by Plume, which is a division of Penguin, and then it switches. I only have the old covers for the rest of them, but this is number 7, and it's by Bantam Spectra, yeah, which is by Random House, not Penguin. And then it switches back to Penguin. This is number 11, the latest book, and it's by Dutton, which is back to Penguin. And I'm like so confused. I don't know why the publishers switch, but because of that, the covers are very mismatched. Like I said, the first two have kind of like this style of cover, and then it switches halfway. Well, not halfway, like number 3 to number like 8 or something, maybe later. Oh wait, no, it's all the way to number 10. It's very Twilight-ish. Like, they look like adult Twilight books. They look like that's what they're trying to sell them as, which they're not even like Twilight at all, so I don't know why they're trying to do that. But literally, Frostbitten, which is I think the 10th book in the series, it literally is a black cover with a red ribbon like swirling across the front. I was just like, seriously, it's just, I don't know why they do that, and I don't like those covers, because I don't like them, first of all, and they look very, very, very Twilight-ish. But then the publisher switches back, and this is number 11, it's back to this type of thing. Anyways, I'm talking way too much today. I also got this cover this book because the cover has the new name of the series. It got renamed a few years ago, so I wanted the first book to have the new anything. Anyways, the next book that I got is also from Paperback Swap. I got The House of the Scorpion by Nancy Farmer. This is actually a middle grade book, I think. It's kind of sci-fi, kind of dystopian, but it's actually really good. I really liked it when I read it. It was really creepy. The old guy from this reminded me of Mr. Burns from The Simpsons, actually, a little bit. But I haven't read it in like 6 or 7 years, so I wanted to reread it, and I've never owned it. Like, every time I read it, I got it from the library. So I decided to buy my own copy, so I got it from Paperback Swap, and it's in pretty good condition. I mean, the cover is a little tiny, it has a little tiny tear there, and it's kind of like bent in at the top or whatever. But other than that, it's in pretty good condition, so yeah. The next book that I got back here, I got A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray. Actually, I already own this book too. It's the same cover. The only difference is that the top one is thicker than the bottom one, just because it's printed on different paper. I don't know why that is though. Like, yeah. I didn't mean to get 2 of these. I only meant to get one of them. I accidentally ordered 2 from Paperback Swap, and it was too late to cancel by the time I did realize it. So, yeah. I think that's all the books that I got or bought. So, all the rest are library books. I got The False Princess by Ailish O'Neill, which is basically about a girl who is raised as a princess her whole life, and then one day her parents, the king and queen, come to her and tell her that she's not really their daughter, that their real daughter they had to send away to protect her until her 16th birthday, and now that she's 16, now that she's safe, they can bring her back home. And they're telling this girl who they've raised for 16 years that, you know, thanks for pretending to be our daughter for all this time, but we're taking our real daughter back now, so thanks, bye. So basically she's been raised as a princess her whole life, and now she's being kicked out. So that sounded interesting to me. It sounded like kind of the opposite of Sleeping Beauty, not the fairy tale part, but you know, the part where they have to send Aurora Rose away to protect her. So it kind of sounds like that, but the opposite, I guess. I'm not making any sense today. The next book I got is The Mermaid's Mirror by L.K. Madigan. And then I got her debut novel, Flash Burnout, also by L.K. Madigan, obviously. She recently passed away from cancer, and I wish that I had read these sooner. They've been on my to-be-read list forever, and I feel like a horrible person for just getting them now. Yeah, I wish that I'd read them sooner. Yeah. Sorry if I'm tired, or if I sound tired. I am tired. I got like 4 hours of sleep last night. My insomnia has been kicking in high this week, so I am really, really tired. Yeah. Anyways, the next book I got is Life as We Knew It by Susan Beth Pfeffer. I think she's got a lot of letters in her last name. Yeah. Anyways, basically it's about a meteor hits the moon and sends it out of its orbit, which is why the moon is gigantic in this picture, which I love. I love the moon. I love pictures of the moon. I love learning about the moon. I love anything about the moon, pretty much. But anyways, because the moon is all out of whack, it's causing the earth to be out of whack also. It is causing tsunamis, earthquakes, and volcanic eruptions. And so this is the story of a girl and her family trying to survive this apocalyptic event. So, yeah, I think this is actually the first in a series. I think there's actually 2 books in the series. Yeah, I was going to buy this book just for the cover because it's really pretty and the story sounds really, really interesting to me. But then I looked on Goodreads and it didn't have, well, I mean, it had a lot of good reviews, but also had more just okay or bad reviews. So I figured that I would get it from the library first and decide if I like it or not, because I hate wasting money on books. Like, that's why I used to buy all my books, but now I get a lot of them from the library, obviously, or from Paperback Swap or something like that. but I'm usually really nervous about buying books. Like, the only books that I don't feel bad about buying are books that are by my favorite authors, or books from my favorite series. Because if there's a book, if I don't know if I'm going to like it or not, I feel like if I don't like it, then I wasted money on that book. So but then again, if I buy a book that I have read, like, I bought Discord's Apple, but I got it from the library a few months ago, and I really liked it, and so a couple months ago I bought it, but I haven't actually reread it since then. So this book has just been sitting on my shelf unread for months, but I've already read it, so I feel like that's kind of wasting money. But it was one of my favorite books by my favorite author, well, by one of my favorite authors, so I wanted to have it. But then I feel like if I would have bought this book, if I didn't like it, then I feel like I wasted money on that, you know, on a book that I didn't like. So I'm like, yeah. Anyways, the next book I got is Falling Under by Gwen Hayes. This actually just came out on the 1st, I think, last week. Yeah. It is about a girl who is dreaming about this boy, this imaginary boy, and then one day she sees him in real life. And I am hoping that this is better than Lament, because in case anybody missed that, I started reading Lament, and it had kind of the same setup thing where a girl meets a boy who only existed in her dreams, and all of a sudden he's real, and it was very, very unrealistic how that situation was handled in that book. So I'm hoping this is better than Lament. Yeah, it sounds really interesting, and the cover is so pretty. I don't know if you guys can see, but the background is black roses. It's not just gray or black, and the gold is really shiny and like multicolored pearlescent in there. Anyways, yeah. The next book that I got is The Duff by Cody Keplinger, which I love. I actually already read this book. I read it the day that I got it from the library. Yeah, I'm gonna do a separate review on this. It was really good. I know Priscilla from the Readables already did a review on it. Yeah, it's just really good. I love this cover, and the book was just really, really good. It was amazing. I loved it. The last library book I got is another history book, kind of. It's not on Scotland this time though. It's called The City by Joel Kotkin. It is basically about cities throughout the world, throughout history. It's pretty short. It's not very long. Yeah, it's like not even 200 pages. It's actually really interesting. So yeah, there is that. And then yeah, I think that is all. Oh wait, no, I won a book off of Goodreads the other day, which I was excited about. It is by Carrie Vaughn, the author of Discord's Apple, who, like I said, is one of my favorite authors. I've not read any of her YA books though. I'm pretty sure After the Golden Age though is not YA. It sounds really interesting to me. It is about a girl who is, I think she's an accountant, but she's the daughter of two superheroes, and it sounds really interesting. It's unlike any other book that I've ever read. I've never really been into the whole superhero comic book thingy, but it does sound really interesting, and it's by one of my favorite authors, and I did win it, so I'm gonna read it and then do a review on it, and I will see from there. So yeah, I think that is all that I had to say.